Hey, paisanos and wise guys, looking for a place where ass-kicking storytelling meets mob-tastic animation? You're in the right freaking neighborhood. Welcome to Bambi Palermo's Pizzaverse, where every event is served with a hot slice of satire, a dash of danger, and a sprinkle of wise guy charm. Now let me break it down for you. The Pizzaverse is Bambi's twisted little patch of YouTube magic, where mob-style drama, twisted tales, and brooding characters camp out under one roof. We got everything, from tales from the Pizzaverse, like Tale of the Three Bookies, to Brooklyn bloodlines and straight-up surreal shorts like a Pizzaverse elegy. Bambi's tossing out stories about rival factions, neon dreamscapes, personality clashes. Sometimes they roast each other. Sometimes they mourn the death of a frog-filthy nerd. Funeral for the frog, anyone? Here's the deal. This ain't your grandma's pasta night. Each episode is a juicy meatball of drama, humor, and cartoon-fueled mayhem that'll have you looking forward to what's next. Pizzaverse news keeps you updated, but with that extra gangster twist, capiche? You want to laugh at mob-style absurdity. You want to be pulled into twisted fables where gravity's optional and emotions are served a la mode. Bambi's got you covered, from the classic Pizzaverse News Ep. 15, The Haircut, to the fresh out the oven, the Pizzaverse Roast, a slice of revenge. Tale of the Three Bookies. Mobsters, backroom deals, dramatic reveals. A Pizzaverse Roast, a slice of revenge. Brutal, hilarious, chaotic. Pizzaverse State of the Union. Big talk, bigger laughs, and maybe a coup or two. And that's just the appetizer, folks. Just wait till dessert. So what do you say? Ready to ride with us through this bizarre, cheesy, yet always badass universe Bambi's cooked up? Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, tell us who you want to see in the next slice of mayhem. The Pizzaverse is hot, fresh, and needed for your attention. Stay wise, stay spicy, and welcome to the freaking Pizzaverse, where we always win.
Mugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
Pizzaverse strong. Motherfucker strong.
Bambi Palermo, running around Pizzaverse. Fuck you and Pizzaverse.
Pizzaverse Studios presents Pizza Vorhees, Slice of Terror. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. It was a quiet Friday night in the Pizzaverse. Too quiet. The neon lights outside the social club buzzed like a bad wire job. A storm rolled in from the Midwest plains, wind howling across the cornfields like the ghosts of 1,000 bad decisions. Inside the club, the crew was gathered. President SunGrown Tricome sat at the head of the table like a mob boss running a board meeting. Calm, calculated. Probably thinking 3 moves ahead. Next to him was Vice President Frank Pecoraro, leaning back in his chair like he owned the joint, which technically he kinda did. Across the table sat Admiral Impeach, polishing his glasses and muttering something about operational readiness. At the bar, Joe Bruno and Gino Cappuccino argued about espresso strength like it was a federal case. Deb Roberts was organizing papers. Yolanda Britt was laughing at something James Howard said. General Cranky, the beautiful but terrifying commander of the Pizzaverse forces, stood near the wall like a tactical missile system waiting for a target. And leaning against the doorway, David Lopez. Arms crossed, Marine posture, FBI instincts. The kind of guy who could smell trouble before it walked through the door. And tonight, trouble wasn't walking. It was lurking. The legend. Somewhere deep in the woods. Beyond the cornfields. Past an abandoned strip mall and a broken-down pizza joint nobody would eat at even if they were starving. There was a figure. Heavy boots. A ragged jacket. A black Batman tee. And in his hand, a machete. They called him Tony Bum Pizza. A strange creature of internet rage and expired pepperoni fumes. Some say he was once just a guy with a YouTube channel and a dream. Others say he was created in a lab accident involving expired mozzarella and bad storytelling. But one thing was certain. He had finally snapped. Now he wandered the night like a low-budget horror villain. And tonight, he was heading toward the Pizzaverse social club. The arrival. The door creaked open. Wind blew through the room. Everybody turned. Standing there in the rain, machete glinting under the neon sign, was Tony Bum Pizza. Silent. Dramatic. Trying real hard to look scary. Joe Bruno squinted. Is that a machete? Gino Cappuccino leaned forward. Either that or the world's gayest pizza cutter. Tony lifted the machete slowly, trying to do the whole Friday the 13th villain entrance thing. But there was one problem. This wasn't Camp Crystal Lake. This was the Pizzaverse social club. And the people inside? They weren't horror movie victims. They were a crew. Vice President Frank cracked his knuckles. "Kid," he said calmly, "you walked into the wrong movie." General Cranky stepped forward like a tactical airstrike in heels. President SunGrown sighed. Admiral Impeach adjusted his glasses. David Lopez didn't move, but his eyes locked on the situation like a Marine assessing a battlefield. Tony raised the machete again, trying to look menacing. Trying real hard to be Pizza Vorhees. But then something strange happened. Nobody screamed. Nobody ran. Nobody panicked. Instead, Joe Bruno stood up and said, "All right, listen, pal, before this gets stupid, you want coffee or something?" Pizzaverse Studios presents Tony Bum Pizza, the discount hitman. The only guy who misses more shots than he takes. You need someone handled? You need a situation taken care of? You need a guy who'll talk about whacking people online like he's still in witness protection? Then boy, do we got the clown for you. Tony Bum Pizza, fake hitman services. Wax starting at $29.99. Plus tax, plus gas, plus bridge tolls, plus I forgot my wallet fees. Guaranteed to miss every target. Apologize halfway through and ask for donations. Blame the feds, his ex, and the Illuminati. Brings his 2001 Mercedes as the getaway car. Breaks down every 6 blocks, dog hair included. Nobody's safer than the guy Tony's trying to kill. Former target, completely unharmed. Tony's code of honor. If you pay me cash up front, I'll definitely think about maybe doing it tomorrow. Limited time deal. Hire Tony for 2 jobs. Get 1 accidental confession on Facebook live free. Call now. 1-800-FAKE-WISE-GUY. Operators standing by, laughing. Tony Bum Pizza. He'll scare you with how incompetent he is. The entire room stared at Tony. Even the storm outside paused like it was confused. Tony hesitated. Because deep down, even he realized something. He wasn't in a horror movie. Vice President Frank leaned across the table. "Let me explain something real quick," he said. "You come in here waving a machete like you're Jason Vorhees." He gestures around the room. "But this ain't Camp Crystal Lake." He points at the crew. "This is a social club." Tony looked around. At SunGrown. At Impeach. At Lopez. At Cranky. At the entire crew staring at him like he just showed up to a chess match with a rubber chicken. The tension broke. Joe Bruno started laughing. Gino. Then Deb. Yolanda. Then the whole room. Tony slowly lowered the machete. Because even he realized he wasn't the villain. He was a bum. He was the punchline. And that, my friends, is the story of Pizza Vorhees. The night a would-be slasher villain tried to terrorize the Pizzaverse and walked into a room full of people who've seen way worse. Because here's the truth. Real villains don't need machetes. And real crews don't scare easy. You ever find yourself wandering through the woods at night, holding a machete, thinking you're the next Jason Voorhees? Do yourself a favor. Turn around. Go home. And maybe order a pizza. Just not from that guy. Pizza Vorhees, Attack of the Bum Slayer. A Pizzaverse Studios horror parody. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent Di Prio. Produced by Palermo Productions. Pizzaverse Studios. Cast: Bambi Palermo, the boss of the Pizzaverse. President SunGrown Tricome, commander of the Empire. Vice President Frank Pecoraro, the right hand. Admiral Impeach, tactical strategist. David Lopez, the Marine with the plan. Deb Roberts, keeper of the records. James Howard, the heavy. General Cranky, the beautiful but dangerous general. Gino Cappuccino, espresso specialist. Joe Bruno, the social club philosopher. Yolanda Britt, the voice of reason. Tony Bum Pizza. Pizza Vorhees. Special thanks. The entire Pizzaverse community. The social club crew. Everyone who keeps the lights on at Pizzaverse Studios. And remember something, my friends. In the movies, the monster always comes back for the sequel. But in the Pizzaverse, the crew's already waiting. This production was brought to you by Pizzaverse Studios. and Palermo Productions, where stories are bigger, louder, and a lot more fun. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow the channel, and stick around. Because in the Pizzaverse, you never know what kind of story is coming next. And trust me, it's always gonna be a good one.
The MobTube Voodoo Doll. Stick it, twist it, and watch the clown cry on livestream. Yo, listen. You ever watch MobTube for more than 5 minutes and think, sweet mother of marinara, these jabronis need a reality check and a wellness check? Well, forget about it, baby. We made the solution. What is it? A hand-stitched, ethically sourced, Pizzaverse anointed voodoo doll designed specifically for the crybaby keyboard gangsters of MobTube. Looks just like one of them. Receding hairline. Cigarette glued to the lip. Shirt from 1998. Ego bigger than their subscriber count. Built-in whining sound effect if you squeeze it too hard. Perfect likeness. I'm telling you, uncanny. Features. Erstens stress relief pins. Color-coded, because we classy. Red pin, for when they lie on live stream. Blue pin, for when they cry about trolls. Green pin, for the moment they say, yo, I know real guys in the life. Gold pin, the instant they threaten legal action, then go live 6 minutes later. Twin, MobTube meltdown mode. Stick the doll in the ribs. He goes live. Stick it in the head. He posts his screenshots. Stick it in the butt. He blames the haters. Realistic as hell. 3, soundboard of shame. Press the belly and it yells classics like, "You're jealous of me." I know a guy who knows a guy. My ex, my ops, my trolls, everybody's obsessed with me. I'm calling the cops. High quality audio, slightly nasal. Optional upgrade. The Content Creator Hex Kit comes with a candle that smells like old motel carpets, a notebook filled with excuses, a plastic badge for pretend tough guy moments, a pair of sunglasses for crying indoors, customer reviews, stars when so Big Frank from Bayonne stuck a pin in the foot and the guy went live complaining about toe pain. This thing's accurate. Stars, Angie from Staten Island. Put the doll on my dashboard and suddenly 3 MobTube clowns started fighting each other. Magic. Perfect form. Stress relief. Comedy. Ritual dejabronification. Making fun of grown men who live stream like teenagers. The MobTube voodoo doll message because some people don't need enemies. They are the enemy.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they loved one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You love another psychopath sitting next to you. You love another murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You laugh some weird people sitting next to you. You think I did not get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you